Hello everyone. I know some of you may not join us till halfway through the video, but I am very, very excited. We just got our proofs for the 2024 band catalog. So for those of you that don't know, proofs are when they send us the first version so we can check them out and make sure that everything's like it should be, everything's laid out correctly, everything's printing correctly. But to me, this is always a little bit like Christmas in May because we get to see all of the hard work come to life. I mean, I know sometimes people just think, oh, you're writing music and it just gets published. It is a big job, is it not, Steve?
Yes, very much.
Because, I mean, there's the writing, then there's the editing, then there's the recording, then there's the rewrites, then there's the typesetting, that, all this stuff, then there's the creating the covers, creating the artwork, sending it to our printers, getting it in our systems, getting it on the website. All that stuff, which by the way, these are not on our website yet, but they will be by next week. So, well, probably late next week. But anyway, we're very, very excited to debut these. I think this year's catalog is amazing. Those of you that follow us know that our big goal with RSM is creativity, quality, diversity. And we've got 42 brand new concert band publications this year, of which I am happy to tell you that 37 are by diverse voices. So we are very, very pleased to bring these into the world. So, and again, I have not opened these. We cut them open, but I haven't peeked down in them yet. So we wanted to just kind of see, what these look like. Okay, so these could be great. These could be terrible. I could pull out a cover and go, but we will see. Okay, so let's see what we got. We have got paper and a big thing. All right, so we've got Knockout by Gerard Hall. This piece is so awesome. Anyway, you'll be able to check it out, but we're just kind of taking a look at these and making sure they're ready to go. I can already tell with this one we may have to change the size of the cover just a little bit to make sure that it covers up all of the music. But again, that's why we get proofs. So anyway, we got Sonic Pathways by Nathan Hervey. Honestly, that is my favorite thing we're publishing this year, even above my pieces. It is cool. If any of you like Pat Metheny, that piece is just cool. Dreamers Overture by Dorogia Glumna. Just really cool. If you like overtures, this doesn't sound like anything else out there. Let's see. In Search of the Merchant Royal. I love that cover. Golden Embers. This is actually probably my favorite cover, and it's just a really cool piece by Tyler Mazzone. So let's get that. We have Summer's March by Matthew Banning. Very, very cool. Winterscape. This one is just neat. If you like the kind of, this is by Gavin Lent, by the way. Winterscape by Gavin Lent. It's, how to describe it? If you like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, you'll probably dig that piece. It's about a grade 3.5. It is challenging, but it's really, really cool. Another piece by Gavin, A Light Before Dawn, just beautiful. I would call this like Eric Whitacre's October, except with percussion. And then this one I'm very proud of. Some of you may know this name. I hope all of you know this name. So this is Dramatic Images by Ed Huckabee. I played Mr. Huckabee's music growing up in band. I loved his music, and when I got the opportunity to work with him on producing a new piece, which is a grade 4, by the way, he's kind of like me. He was mainly known for his young band stuff, but this is a solid grade 4, and it's awesome. Just a cool piece, but it's so cool to get to work with people you respect and admire, and he was such a delight to work with. Speaking of other, famous composers that are a delight to work with, this would be Robert Sheldon, River of Grass. Just a really cool overture style piece. I mean, everybody should know Robert Sheldon's music. It's classic Sheldon, just great. Top to bottom, great. So that looks like this box was mainly our grade 3 and 4 works. So let me kind of move this over a little bit. What do we got here? More paper and boxes. My cats will be thrilled. Oh, cool. This one turned out great. This is Rev by me. This one is a grade 3 thing. And it's actually, if any of you know my piece, Adrenaline Engines, imagine that, but taken up to a grade 3.5 and kind of mixed with a little bit of heavy metal. Very that. So let's see. Wrath of the Mechanical Monsters, grade 0.75. I couldn't help myself. For those of you who may be looking for a non-Christmassy winter piece this year, we have Blizzard's Fury, which is a grade 0.5. It sounds very, very aggressive. So it's, I've done a few winter pieces the last few years. I've done Winter Winds, which was kind of joyful and fast. Then we did the first Fallen Snow, which was more peaceful. So now we're going into minor mode and giving the full Winter Fury. So that's this. I hope your kids love it. It was fun to write. Another grade 0.5 to 1, because it kind of depends on how you approach it. Elemental. This is part of the Unbroken project, and each movement is 0.5. But there are 4 movements which all relate to mental states as well as the classic elements of like earth, wind, water, and fire. But they introduce a lot of the themes of the Unbroken project. And if you play the whole thing, it's probably closer to a grade 1, but each individual movement is just a grade 0.5. So it offers you a little bit of flexibility in how you want to approach it. So I'm very excited about that one. This is another one of my favorite covers this year. I just love this cover. Scream, this was a consortium piece, so those of you that are consortium members that might be watching this, this is what the cover will look like. Yeah, that turned out awesome. That's another one in the Unbroken project. Those of you that might be doing my 16th Empire series that teaches 16th note patterns, we have the newest part of that, which is Song of the 16th Empire. This is a little bit, it's kind of like lyrical meets rhythmic, and that's the best way I can describe it. I don't think it sounds like a lot of other things out there, which makes it a little bit indescribable. So be sure to check it out. But this teaches the 8th to 16th time, ta, ti, ti, ta, like that. So that will be a good solid way to introduce that. Those of you that might have done Shadow Cove March and noticed that the top of it said Pirates Adventure Part 1, we now have the second part, which is Sirens. This piece starts off slow and then has some singing parts for the ensemble to emulate like a siren, at the sea. But then it goes into a very violent, aggressive mode. So it's the follow-up to Shadow Cove, but it doesn't really sound like Shadow Cove because it's the next chapter, and we want them to be related, but they don't sound the same. And this is my absolute favorite thing we're publishing this year. Without a doubt, this is Stay. This is another one of the consortium pieces. I just love this piece. I love what it stands for. I also just, purely aesthetically, like separate from any meaning, I think it's some of my best writing. This is a grade 2 lyrical piece that has a little bit of a pops influence, but the whole idea is to encourage people that are finding themselves in difficult situations or with, mental health challenges, such as suicidal ideation, depression, anything like that, that just stay. Just stay here with us. So this one's really special to me. And the cover, I went through a lot of versions of the covers trying to get it. I finally just settled on the suicide awareness ribbon, because ultimately that's what this piece is about. It's about raising awareness and creating conversations. All right, moving on. I'm trying to go fast. I know while y'all probably get ready for dinner, I'm quite hungry myself because I went to the gym today and I busted my ass. I totally, I did, as the kids would say these days, I did the most. So, anyway, let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, this is a cool one. We got On Guard by Katie Labrie. She is our string editor, but she was very kind to write us a band piece, which, by the way, this is a band transcription of one of her string works. So I see what you did there, Katie. But anyway, this is a great piece. It's a grade 1 minor mode thing, and it's cool. It's just cool. I'm a little jealous, honestly. It's really cool. Then we have, some of you may remember Jorge Vargas's A Mariachi Christmas last year. We have followed it up with a more symphonic work, which is a mariachi suite. This piece is cool. Now, I said I was a little bit jealous of Katie's one. I am real jealous of this one. That's the nicest compliment I can give Jorge, because this, all I can say is I wish I had written this. But he did such a good job on this. And it's such a great way to introduce students, to the style authentically, without necessarily, because we know a lot of schools don't have mariachi programs. So this will be a good way to introduce that style, and I love this piece, and I hope you will too. Really cool piece by Jennifer Rose. This is Symbiosis, which is a grade 0.5. This piece is to be played with a digital backing track, which will be downloadable from our website. But it does use only the first 6 notes, and it's just cool. You need to really check this one out. There is not another grade 0.5 quite like this one. One of our new composers this year, very excited to introduce E. Benton Lillyfers, who is also Erin Lillyfers. She wrote this piece for us, which is Tick, 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 Ya, which is an arrangement of a Lebanese folk song. It's a grade 0.5, if I remember right. Yep. Grade 0.5, and it's just neat. It has that good kind of, folk song setting feel, but it's fun. It's got some clapping parts, and it's just a very happy, joyful sounding piece. I hope your kids really, really love it. Let's see here. One of our returning composers, Erin Keaton Howard. This is Joan of Arc. So this is a programmatic piece that tells a little bit of the story of Joan of Arc, and it's just cool. It's a minor mode grade 1 work, and it's got a slow beginning, then it goes into a faster mode. Just really cool. And I think the cover is really neat too. Which for those of you that don't know, I design all the covers. Now I don't draw or paint everything. A lot of it is done with Shutterstock. Some of it is done with, I'm going to cop to it, some of it is done with AI, but a lot of times it's a combination of elements. Like I'll find something from an artist and we'll use that, but then it might need to be enhanced with other elements. And so we do that. A lot of times there are multiple elements composited to make the cover. It's not just like I find one image. And we go through several rounds of edits on those. So by the way, if you ever need me to design a cover for your stuff, give a boy a call. Anyway, next up we have a well-known composer, but he's new to us. I'm so pleased that he's agreed to publish some things with us. This is by William Owens. So for those of you that know William Owens, and if you don't, you should. He is just a master composer for young band, and quite frankly for any level. But we've got a couple of his pieces this year, so this is one of them, Champions Victorious. It's a grade 2 concert opener, and it's just a well-crafted, very exciting opener. I would program this on heartbeat. Next up, we have a arrangement of one of our string pieces by Jorge Vargas, but he arranged it for our concert band side, which is La Bruja. This is a 3/4 piece that has part for optional guitar, and based on a traditional Mexican folk song, and it's just neat. This is just a well-written, beautiful piece. So I hope your kids will really, really like that. Next up, a new composer, both in the sense of new to us, and this is her first ever published piece. This is Midnight Zoomies by Emily Graham, which, by the way, her very first piece out, and it got selected for Editor's Choice. And actually, the large majority of our catalog got selected for Editor's Choice. I'll have a post about that soon. But this is Midnight Zoomies, based on the wild, midnight antics of cats. If you want to take a shot of our cat over there, Steve, this one named Scotty, he loves to do his own Midnight Zoomies. We also call him the little orange demon. But I love him. He's a great cat. Anyway, this is a minor mode piece. It's about a grade 2 to 2.5-ish. It's like in that middle there, and it's neat. It's kind of dark. It's got that kind of Danny Elfman-esque vibe, but definitely channeled through Emily's point of view. And it's just a great piece. It's a great debut piece. Like, this sounds like somebody who's been writing for a while, as opposed to somebody who's just getting their first piece published. So good job, Emily. Another one, a new composer to us, although he has had some things published before. This is by Christopher Artow, Scarlet Echoes, grade 2.5. This thing is super rhythmic, super fast, super bombastic, and just a bunch of fun. I hope we get a lot more pieces from him. This is a cool piece. Another piece by Willie Owens. This is Beyond These Horizons. So this is a grade 2.5-ish lyrical work. Just beautifully written. There's nothing else to really say about it. It's just a beautifully crafted, beautifully written grade 2.5 lyrical work. Another piece by Jorge Vargas. He wrote us a Paso Doble, a concert march, Mil Estrellas, or 1,000 Stars, and just great piece. For those of you that know his music, this is very his style, but it's just, everything you could hope for. Exciting, well-written, rhythmic, and just fun. Okay, moving on to our last box. I'm really surprised Scotty is not over here, checking out all these, aren't you, Steve?
Yeah, he's tired.
He's tired, yeah. Yeah, we're having some weather down here today, and weather tends to wear them out. Okay, one of my favorite things we're publishing this year, Heartland March. Go listen to this right now on our SoundCloud. This march is very unique. And basically with this, I was trying to combine bluegrass with concert march style, and I loved the results. Now, I know that sounds incredibly modest, but just check it. I think it's a lot of fun. I hope you'll like it. If you're looking for a very different kind of concert march, this will be right up your alley. Grade 2. Another march by me called March of the Hobgoblins. This is in 6/8. It's about a grade 1.5-ish to 2-ish. For those of you that like Dark Ride or some of the darker pieces I've written, this will fit definitely into that vibe. But it's just a fun kind of jaunty 6/8 march in a minor mode. So I hope your kids like it. It'd be a great, maybe not introduction, but a good way to work on 6/8 that's not overly taxing. So now we come to two pieces I'm very excited about. We have the Troll King. So for those of you that might have played the Dragon Lord or the Lake of Sorrows, that's the Tales of the Darkland series. This is the next chapter. This is the Troll King. This piece, it's kind of quirky. It's got this kind of plotting movement, so it doesn't sound like the other two, but it definitely fits in that universe. A lot of the Tales of the Darklands pieces tend to use chromaticism as their kind of focus, and this is another one. It's got this descending motive, bum, 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 and that just repeats, and it kind of informs the whole piece. So it's kind of dark and powerful, so it'd be a great Halloween piece, or really just any concert. So having said that, this year, you may not know, is the 10-year anniversary of Darklands March, which started the whole Darklands series. So now we have Blackthorn March, which I wrote on the 10th anniversary of that. However, Darklands is a grade 2. This is a grade 1.5. They do share some characteristics, but they are distinct from each other as well. I wanted them to sound related, but not the same. So this is a grade 1.5 minor mode march. It is part 4 of the Tales of the Darklands. The other two parts that I've got in my mind, by the way, will be coming out next year. But this is what we got now, and it's also one of my favorite covers. I just think that's a cool cover. But if you're looking again for a young man march that's a little different, this might be just what you're looking for. This one is also very special to me. This is a grade 2 opener called Infinite Possibilities. I taught in a Title I district, and one thing I always tried to impart to my students was that it doesn't matter where you're from, it only matters where you're going. Because too many people, they see their community situation, their family situations, their personal situations, and they automatically start imposing limits on themselves. And as a teacher, as an educator, my job was to try to get students to see beyond that. And this is, it's got that kind of vibe with it. I would say something else that's kind of cool about this one is at the top of every part, so it says, excellence and success has no zip code. It doesn't matter where you're from, only where you're going. So just kind of a positive message to our kids. Or at least I hope so. All right, so let me set that down. We don't have very many more. Next we've got Snowscape. This is a grade 2, kind of fast, wintry piece. It's not Christmassy. It's just wintry. So it's, I know that for some schools we need to play things that are secular for our winter concerts, so I hope this will be a good option. But honestly, this will work even in a festival situation because it is festival worthy, but it's a good flexible piece that'll work in, a lot of things. Very, very happy, very, very wintry, so I hope you like it. All right, and then, do we have anything else? Nope, okay. So then last, let's see what we got. Okay, just some scores. Okay, so that's our unboxing right now. We do have some other pieces that we're still waiting on the proofs on. We've got my symphony, which is finally being published, which I'm very, very excited about. And then we also have a couple more Christmas pieces. We've got Too Much Percussion for Christmas, which is I think you're going to love. And we also have a piece called Christmas Light Fanfare. It's been a couple of years since I've written something that is what I would call straight Christmas. Because, you know, I've done the Santa the Barbarian stuff, which is kind of, you know, wink, wink, nod, nod, jokey, ha-ha, you know, it's that novelty thing. But it's been a few years since I've written something that's just like Christmas. And so I wanted to write something, so we've got a grade 1.5 piece called Christmas Light Fanfare that combines elements of We Three Kings, as well as Bring a Torch, Jeanette Isabella, and some other tunes as well. And I'm pretty proud of it, because it's been a while since I've written something like that. Anyway, this is all we've got for now. Steve and I have got to start going through these and making sure they're all working well and seeing if we need to change anything. But anyway, so we've got a big job ahead of us for the next couple days. But anyway, just thought you might like this preview of what's coming out. They should be on the website soon. And for those of you that tuned in, thank you for supporting our music and thank you for supporting our composers. So have a wonderful end of the school year, and peace, love, and music.